Hello and welcome back to Total War Rome 2 Mods Weekly. Rome 2 came out in 2013, and it's still a pretty good looking game all things considered, but there's no question that it has aged poorly in certain areas. Retexture and reskin mods are some of the easiest ways to put a fresh coat of paint on Rome 2, and I've picked out what I believe are some of the most essential ones. So if that sounds good to you, then a like on the video would really help the channel out, and let's begin. First on the list is Orbis Terrarum II. This mod overhauls Rome 2's environments to look more modern, mirroring the aesthetics of Total War Attila and Total War Thrones of Britannia. Every region of the campaign map is covered, meaning no matter which faction you play, you'll experience the changes brought in by this mod both on and off the battlefield. The grass and plant life in particular look much better than vanilla, campaign lighting is completely overhauled, and terrain textures are modified, high-definition imports from Total War Attila. I've featured a few of this author's mods on the channel before, and there's a good reason for that. He is a titan in the texture and visual modding arena, and he has inspired other modders to make similar visual mods, which conveniently leads us into the next mod on the list, True Bronze. The number one criterion for making this top 5 list is being, for lack of a better phrase, a bang for your buck mod. That means that with a single download, a single click, it needs to improve as many areas in the game as possible. Luckily for True Bronze, bronze is everywhere in Rome 2. Bronze helmets, bronze bracers, bronze chest armor, bronze greaves, bronze, and more bronze. Enter True Bronze, a mod which, you guessed it, overhauls a big portion of the bronze equipment in the game to match the higher quality of the bronze assets introduced in the Rise of the Republic DLC. Now, not every piece of bronze equipment is affected, but most of it is, and it's an immediate improvement. The Hellenic factions in particular are hugely improved with this mod. Next up, we have Faces from Attila. Rome 2's character faces look, well, pretty atrocious in comparison to the ones in Total War Attila, and this mod remedies that, at least somewhat, by literally copy and pasting the barbarian and eastern faces from Attila into Rome 2. It's an overall improvement, but the eastern faces in particular greatly benefit from the Attila facelift. This mod is essential for me, because without it, the barbarians and the easterners will feel completely out of place next to their Roman and Hellenic counterparts featured in the last mod on this list. Extended Particles is a simple mod which adds smoke and dust effects into the game. Plumes of dust will kick up from the soldiers marching around the battlefield, similar to how it works in Total War Attila and in Total War Napoleon. The impact on performance is minimal, thankfully. A nice surprise, honestly, given how taxing particle effects can be in games depending on their implementation. Now keep in mind, this mod must be downloaded and installed manually from the link provided in the mod description on the workshop. It's the only mod on the list with that requirement, but it won't work if you don't install it correctly, so make sure you follow the instructions to get it working. Basically, you just have to download it from TW Center, drag it into your Rome 2 directory, launch Rome 2, and enable movie mods in the settings. Finally, we have AAA Generals. Okay guys, this has to be one of the coolest mods I've ever seen for Rome 2, bar none. You know how in vanilla your generals come of age at 18 looking like they're in their mid-40s? Not anymore. This mod dynamically changes the look of your generals depending on their age, the current season, their combat experience, things like that. As they move up in ranks, they'll even start wearing armor in the Senate like a dictator would. It's a huge step in the right direction that adds in some much needed character to Roman, Punic, and Hellenic characters. We've been missing identifiable, interesting characters since Empire Total War, and to have them back like this in Rome 2 is nothing short of amazing, especially for people who love to roleplay in their campaigns. Unfortunately, it's limited to the Romans, Punics, and Hellenics. It doesn't work for Barbarian or Eastern factions, but thanks to that Faces from Attila mod, they won't look completely out of place next to these awesome souped-up generals. I highly recommend this mod to any Rome 2 player. I also highly recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you enjoy what you just saw and you want to see more. This is a Total War focused channel. There is an entire Rome 2 Mods weekly playlist you can sink your teeth into if that's your thing, or if you'd like to see reviews and discussions about Rome 2, Rome Remastered, and Troy, then you can find those here on the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves, and have a great rest of your day.